The Braves of Indian Hills can beat you in a lot of ways. Their pitching has shut down opponents. At the plate, they produce runs by doing the little things that always add up. And with some old-fashioned timely hitting, they have become one of the best teams in northern New Jersey. Indian Hills continues its pursuit of a 20-win season. Next on MSG Varsity. It's game time on MSG Varsity. Today from Indian Hills High School in Oakland. It's one of the great rivalries in northern New Jersey as the Raiders of Ramapo take on the Indian Hills Braves. Hello again, everyone. I'm Lou Brogno. Alongside on the call of the game is Carly Blake, and we welcome you to Indian Hills High School on a spectacular May afternoon. Perfect for this big rivalry game between these two schools, which are located just less than 4 miles apart from each other. And more importantly, Carly, than the big rivalry, of course, between Ramapo and Indian Hills is the fact that this is the last regular season game of the season, and the teams are getting ready for what they hope will be a long run in the state tournament.
This is an incredibly huge game for both of these teams. These are sister schools. This rivalry goes way back, as I'm very familiar with. Ramapo is a very young team. They're getting stronger every day. And on the flip side, you have Indian Hills. 2010, they won it all, and they're anxious to do it again. When
you talk about the Raiders of Ramapo, at the top of that young lineup is their spark plug, Caitlin Hickey, their junior shortstop. She sets the table for Ramapo.
She's their leadoff hitter. She's a young kid, but she's batting almost .350 with 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. She can hit with power, very patient at the plate. She's also a smart runner, leads a team in runs, very strong arm, great instincts, and she's already verbally committed to UMass.
On the other side for Indian Hills, the Braves feature one of the top power hitters in the Garden State, senior first baseman Ashley DeYoung. She is the power of the Indian Hills team.
This kid is batting over 500, 5 home runs, 24 RBIs. Last year, all counting, 4-year varsity starter, very gifted player with incredible power, already holds the school record for doubles. 2011, she was on the cover of MSG Varsity, the magazine, and her coach tells us she's the Babe Ruth of the team.
Ashley DeYoung has hit 5 home runs already this season, and several of those on her home field here at Indian Hills. So we're just moments away from the first pitch of today's game, Ramapo, Indian Hills. It's coming up next right here on MSG Varsity's Game Time. Welcome back to Indian Hills. Ramapo coming in with a record of 12-9, and the Braves at 18-4. And the head coach of the Ramapo Raiders, there's Leslie Stevens. What a job she's done with this program throughout the years. 1978 Ramapo grad. In her 10th season, 190 wins with Ramapo. Coached at Hawthorne prior to that as well. Very successful there. And here's a look at the Raiders' starting lineup today.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Amato.
And I'm Jackie Brennan, and today we're going to be reading you Ramapo's lineup. Starting up first, we have Caitlin Hickey at shortstop.
Second base, Alyssa Incantalupo.
At third base, Melanie Pasota.
First base, Lexi Graber.
At catcher, J.K. McAvoy.
DP, Allison Mueller.
Right field, Sienna Machado.
Pitcher, Sophie Nocta.
And center field, Sammy Zura.
Also in the lineup today is Caitlin Sal at left field, and that is your Ramapo lineup.
Nice job, ladies. Here's a look at the Indian Hills defense. Ashley DeYoung is at first. Kristen Waters at second. Nicole Liacata is the shortstop, and Carly Jo Grulich is at third. Julia Ferraro's in left. Madison Levine in center, and Carrie Houston patrols right field. Nicole Piotti is the catcher, and Devin Durando is on the mound for the Braves.
Devin's having a great year this year. She's a power pitcher who features a fastball inside and out, screwball, a riser, and she's got a changeup as well.
We're good.
Devin, the transfer from IHA earlier this year, had to sit out the first 30 days. No scrimmages, and then missed the first 12 games, but she has been pitching well of late.
She was very patient to get to this point. They have a lot of great pitching on this team, but she sat out her time. Coach said she missed like 27 or 28 scrimmages. We had such great weather. They played every day.
You know, it's funny, I was talking to several athletic directors just prior to the season, and they said, actually, it was a problem. You would think that they would want to get all those scrimmages in, but they said, no, we usually count on missing so many scrimmages. That's why we schedule so many. And it actually became a headache for some athletic directors.
Because you have so many kids getting worn out and hurt early in the season. I mean, it's great, but still, that's a lot. That's a lot of games.
So Caitlin Hickey steps in and leads it off for Ramapo. Dangerous leadoff hitter for the Raiders.
This kid can do it all. She knows how to get on base.
Swings and lines it to first, and DeYoung right there to make the play. There's one quick out.
She just went with that one. It looked like it was an outside fastball. And I just saw DeYoung do her pitching motion as well. I guess she's just getting her practice in at first base, but ready to go in whenever she's needed.
Alyssa Incantalupo steps in, the sophomore, hitting number 2 in the Ramapo lineup, takes a strike. Indian Hills actually has 3 players who can pitch and pitch at a high level. Durando, DeYoung, and Kristen Waters, who pitched earlier in the season.
Very rare for a team to have one strong pitcher, but to have 3. You see DeYoung right there. She pitched most of last year. This year, she's 6-1, I believe, and she is very strong, also a power pitcher, but she wants to hit a little bit more and play first base.
Ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Some heat on that one.
Miranda's showing us already the power that she has. She's playing with the outside. She's playing with the outside of the plate. Looks like a fastball in the outside corner and just blows it by Incantalupo.
Durando coming into the game in 42 2/3 innings, 54 strikeouts on the season. So averaging over a strikeout an inning. And she's behind in the count. 1 ball, no strikes to Melanie Pisota, sophomore third baseman, hitting in the number 3 slot for Ramapo.
You will not see one senior on this Ramapo lineup. They are all juniors and below, many of them sophomores, and we have a freshman starting as well. They are a very young team. They're just going to keep getting stronger. That's a nice pop on it in the outside corner. Coyote doing a nice job of painting the outside corner.
2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 delivery. That's low, and the count's 3-1.
She's giving these Ramapo hitters a lot of respect. At the top of the lineup, at the top of the order, they have a lot of power. She's keeping the ball low and outside.
Swing and a miss, and the count runs full now, 3-2.
Nice look at her riser there. It's the first time she's thrown it. It's a nice power pitch.
2 outs, bases empty. Here is the payoff pitch to Pisota. In the dirt, ball 4. So a 2-out walk for Ramapo. And it brings up their cleanup hitter, Lexi Graber. Graber, a junior first baseman.
Soda right there showing how patient she is. She's already leading the team in walks. Just a very patient batter.
Ground ball chopped off the glove of Durando, fielded it short and not in time to throw to first. So it was picked up by Leocada, the shortstop, but could not get it over there in time. It'll go as an infield single.
Yeah, Durando just hit the ball off her glove, and it slowed the ball down just enough for Graber to get down. See, it just gets nicked. It throws Leocada off ever so slightly, but she still makes a strong throw over to DeYoung, just not in time.
So Ramapo has something going here with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. And here's J.K. McAvoy, takes a pitch low, ball 1. McAvoy, the Ramapo catcher. Junior hitting in the number 5 slot. That's low in the dirt.
This is her first year as a catcher. She's learning the position as she goes. She's a converted third baseman. The catcher graduated last year. Not an easy position to step into, especially as a junior. You're late in your high school career, but she volunteered, and she's doing a great job behind the plate.
Right now she's ahead in the count, 3-0. So Durando, who got the first 2 outs quickly, now a pitch away from loading the bases. And she does.
Durando needs to just take a second right now. Think it over. She knows the heat right now. It's unusual. As we see Peyote go out and talk to her, she's just going to calm her down. Just say, hey, look, it's just the 2 of us. Just got to put the ball over the plate. The defense will do the rest. Very good defense for Indian Hills.
Well, Ramapo threatening now with 2 outs, bases loaded. And Allison Mueller, junior, hitting in the number 6 slot, the designated player in the lineup for the Raiders. Durando deals, and that pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
She's really keeping the ball on the outside of the corner. Right now she's got to attack. Oh, you see Coach coming out, talk to her for a second. Or always remember those conversations as a catcher. See, the catcher's not even making her way out there.
This is all Joe Light,
yeah,
the head coach of Indian Hills.
Fantastic
so successful
coach
throughout the years. Well, think your school's team is the best? Make yourself heard on Facebook. MSG Varsity on Facebook lets you check out regular updates on games, shows, and what the fans have to say about absolutely everything. MSG Varsity on Facebook. Check it out at facebook.com/MSG Varsity. One ball, no strikes to Mueller. 1-0 pitch. And that one sails outside, 2-0.
The riser is slipping out of her hands. It's a very warm day today. Sometimes it's more difficult to grip the ball, and it slips out of the pitcher's hand, doesn't go where it's supposed to.
That's 7 straight now out of the strike zone. 3-0 the count.
Mueller's got to be very patient right here. She should not be swinging at this. I would imagine Coach Stevens would be screaming, do not swing.
And there's a strike. 3-1.
Now she's got to be patient. She's still ahead in the count. She's got to be looking for something that she can drive.
3-1 pitch. That's it for a strike, and the count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. A little drama right in the top of the first inning.
It's always drama with Ramapo and Indian Hills.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back off the screen.
This game with Ramapo and Indian Hills has always been a good game. I don't think I've ever played a blowout or seen a blowout game between these 2 teams in 15 years. It's always a good game and dramatic.
Well, here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Durando comes back to get the big out. No runs, a hit, 2 walks, and 3 left on. Middle of the first, Ramapo nothing. Indian Hills coming to bat. Welcome back to Indian Hills High School, and a good crowd on hand up on the hill. And this is a beautiful day to be up on that hill. Bright, sunshiny day here in May. There's the head coach of Indian Hills, Joe Light, in his 15th season, 332 wins. Most impressive. Here's a look at the Braves starting lineup.
I'm Taylor Wass, and I'm introducing the Braves starting lineup. Batting first is Carrie the Spider Houston. Batting second is Kristen Waters, and her muscles are all natural. Batting third is Ashley Diva DeYoung. Batting fourth is Nicole Peyote, and she can imitate Stitch and moo like a cow. Batting fifth is Nicole Liacata, but don't get her confused with her cat Leo. Batting sixth is Madison Levine, and her laugh can make you giggle. Batting seventh is Morgan Levine, and she lives by the motto, choke and poke, hit and bombs. Batting eighth is Julia Ferraro, who has a cat named Oswald. Batting ninth is Carly Jo Grulich. You can call her George.
Nice job, Taylor. We'll be seeing Taylor on the Comedy Club scene soon. Lexi Graber is at first, in Cantalupo at second, Caitlin Hickey's at short, and Melanie Posota at third base. Sala in left, Zura in center, Moshetas in right, McAvoy is the catcher, and Sophie Nakta is the pitcher on the mound for Ramapo.
Also young, a junior. She's a finesse pitcher, but she's got the ability to have some power. She's got a screwball, curveball, fastball, drop, riser, and change. She can throw it all. She broke her foot back in early February and fought hard to get back and pitching now.
Ground ball hit sharply to short. Hickey fields, fires one away, and Carrie Houston's retired. First pitch swinging.
One pitch, one out. You can't ask for better than that right there. Nice play by Hickey. Ball's hit hard into the ground. Hickey stays back on it, lets it bounce into her glove. Across the diamond to Graber. Nice play. This field looks, even though we've had a lot of rain, it looks dry. The ball is going to bounce. You have to be ready for it to bounce up into that.
Good shout out to the grounds crew here at Indian Hills. This field in spectacular condition. Absolutely beautiful.
They completely redid this field in Ramapo's field about 10 years ago, and these are incredible looking fields. Nice fences, nice infield. Plenty of room for fans.
Kristen Waters is the hitter. 2-0 the count, and she slams that one into left, a base hit. So Waters singles sharply to left field.
It's a good start for Indian Hills with one down. She stayed, ooh, it's an inside up pitch. Looks like it could have been a riser. She stayed with it and just didn't try to do too much, poked it into left field.
And here is the number 3 hitter for Indian Hills, Ashley DeYoung. And immediately, the Ramapo outfield defense moves back towards the fence.
I think we need gloves too, Lou.
And rightfully so. Ashley, tremendous power, 5 homers, 24 runs batted in, hitting .516 on the year.
Just incredible power. She fouls that one off towards her coach, trying to keep him on his toes. She's got nice movement. Oh, she was just way inside on that one. She's got a big step. Looking to drive it in our direction, I'm not going to lie. Just hope it's fair. Take a look at the outfield lineup. They are a few feet, I guess we would call a warning track. There's no warning track there, but they're very close to the fence.
Saw Ashley earlier this year, Indian Hills playing in the IHA tournament. It was the first or second week of April. She hit a home run over the left center field fence that cleared the fence by 50 to 75 feet.
Man. That's a baseball swing.
And this one is ripped towards the gap and out! Home run for DeYoung!
Wow.
On cue!
You couldn't have timed that better, Lou, if you tried.
A 2-run shot over the right center field fence. And Indian Hills grabs a quick 2-0 lead.
That was just a bomb. That was not even a pull. She took an outside pitch, knocked it trying to stay away from her. She went with an outside pitch and did exactly what Derek Jeter would do, push it over the right field fence. Out in no man's land. Oh, you got a fan going after it. Just a bomb for her 6th home run of the year.
Line drive shot over the right center field fence, and Indian Hills leads it 2-0. Nicole Piotti steps in, the cleanup hitter, and takes a strike. No balls and 1 strike.
She's having a great season as well. Got a lot of power, 5 home runs, 26 RBIs. Now tied with Ashley DeYoung.
And rips this one into right field. That's a base hit just inside the right field line. So a sharp single to right.
I'm impressed with how these Indian Hills hitters are going with the pitch. You know, Nocta's trying to stay away from the batters, which is what you would do in a situation where you have, you know, power hitters. And they're going with it. They're not trying to pull it and pop it up. They're doing a great job. We have a courtesy runner coming in for our catcher.
Looks like number 7, Megan Burke. The courtesy runner down at first.
Just couldn't lay off of the riser like that on that one.
Nicole Liakata is the hitter, sophomore shortstop, hitting in the number 5 slot. And Nicole with 2 homers on the year, 13 runs batted in. That is swung on and drilled towards center, caught nicely by the center fielder, Sammy Zura. She gets it back in quickly, no advance by Piotti.
It's a really nice play by Zura because that ball is not an easy hit to catch. It's a line drive bullet right at you. And what happens with those, as you see her glove goes up, those balls tend to tail and they continue to rise as they're going in the outfield. She played it very well. The coach tells me that this is a very new outfield for them. They're still learning their positions, but that was very well played.
So here's Madison Levine. And she takes a strike, sophomore center fielder. 2-0 Indian Hills on top. Ashley DeYoung with a 2-run home run.
She's got an interesting stance there. She's got like a step in. Trying to think of the hitter that does that, but her foot's starting far outside and steps in. Some people that works for. Gives her a little extra power. Keeps her balanced. A lot of times that's used to keep her balance.
Swung on, popped up, and the second baseman in Cantalupo comes in to make the play, and that will do it. But Indian Hills scores 2 as Ashley DeYoung goes deep, a 2-run homer over the right center field fence. The Braves lead it 2-0 after 1 on MSG Varsity's Game Time. Welcome back to Indian Hills. The Braves lead it 2-0 on this sunny May afternoon. Hey, High School Sports Desk now has dedicated regional coverage. You can watch 30 minutes dedicated to Long Island, New Jersey, New York City, or Hudson Valley, Connecticut. High School Sports Desk, weeknights at 7 p.m. on MSG Varsity, only on Optimum, never on Fios, never on satellite.
Great look at the fans there. There are a lot of people here watching this game. I love it. This brings me back. These are the best matchups, Ramapo Indian Hills. I've said it before, I'll keep saying it.
This is the only regular season meeting between these two teams this year. I know, Carly, when you played at least twice a year, correct?
Yeah, the old lineup was the NBIL Division 1 and 2. Ramapo was in 1, and Braves were in Division 2. So it was an interleague matchup twice a year. Now when the divisions changed, they actually don't face regularly. It's like this year, it's just a one out of league matchup unless they catch each other in the counties or the states, which is also a rare occurrence.
Yeah, it was questioned by the head coach, Joe. The head coach. And that's who I am. We got it. And that's what you're not. We got it. All right? She questioned it. No, you did. The whole first inning. Yes, it is. We're here to play. They're here to complain. Hey, let's play ball, man. Let's go.
There seems to be some kind of dispute going on.
Can't figure out what it is.
Can't figure out what it could possibly be, but
see coach talking to the umpire.
Looks like they've got it sorted out now. All right, so the bottom of the Ramapo order, Sienna Moscheto will lead it off, freshman. So here we go, top of the second.
And getting back to the young team, a freshman starting varsity. You just don't see it as much.
Lays down a bunt. Tough play to throw to first in time. Nice play. Nicely done there. Coming in was Carly Grulich, the third baseman, to make the play.
Very, very well played. This is a nice bunt by Moscheto. She drops it down. It's in a tough spot. Grulich comes running up. Nice stretch by Waters. Just a very well played. Everybody was in the right position. Executed perfectly.
Sophie Nocta is the hitter. The Ramapo pitcher hitting in the number 8 spot.
She'd like to help herself out right here.
Swung on and fouled straight back. And they count 1 ball, 1 strike. We're at the top of the second. Indian Hills leads it 2-0.
Nocta's worked so hard this winter. She, again, broke her foot 5 weeks before the season started, fought back. She had been working hard all winter, pitching and hitting and getting ready for the season, and just coach said it was a freak accident, and she has fought all the way back.
Swung on and fouled straight back. So the count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ramapo at 12-9 on the year. remember, no seniors on this team. That's the entire roster, not just the starting lineup. There are no seniors on the team.
Have you ever seen that, Lou? I don't think I have.
Not that I can remember. Swing and a miss. Nocta goes down on strikes, and there's 2 outs.
It's very unusual. Maybe not in the starting lineup, but even on the roster, usually you have a senior or 2. It's a nice pitch right here, outside fastball, just painting the corner. Durando's doing a nice job. She's not using a lot of different movement. What's working for her right now is her painting the corners with a fastball. Good pop.
Sammy Zura is the hitter, the number 9 hitter, center fielder for Ramapo. Base is empty, 2 outs. Pitch is just off the plate. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike.
Really, literally just off the plate. Coyote doing a nice job framing right there. See her move over.
Pitch low.
For someone who's never caught before, oh, I'm sorry, I'm mixing up catchers. I apologize. Coyote's doing a really nice job back there, though.
Here's the 2-1. Swing, did she go too far? They check, yes. Strike is the call down at first base.
The bat ever so slightly went across the plate for a strike. She couldn't hold up on what looked like a drop ball.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll do it. A strong inning for Durando. Strikes out 2 in the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Raiders. Middle of the second. Indian Hills 2, Ramapo nothing on MSG Varsity's Game Time. Welcome back to Indian Hills. 2-0. Braves lead it as we go to the bottom of the second inning. And Ramapo, of course, a great history. There's a look at some of their titles. 2006 Group 3 state champs. They've won 6 league championships, 3 Bergen County titles, 2 Group 3 North 1 sectional titles.
I'm not going to lie, Lou, I was a part of a few of those championships. 4 of the league championships, 1 of the counties, and 1 of the sectionals.
Carly's got a big smile on her face right now discussing. This is a subject that she doesn't mind discussing. Ramapo sectional champs, they won it section 77, 78, 06, 07, and 08. Nice streak there for 3 years in a row.
It was a good team.
And then Group 3 state champs, 1978 and in 2006. And those Bergen County championships came in 78, 2000, 06, 07, and 08.
Coach Stevens, an interesting note, Coach Leslie Stevens was on the 1978 championship team with a woman named Bev McKay, whose daughter, Jen, is the assistant coach. She pitched to me when she was a sophomore, I was a senior. Outstanding player, just like her mom. There's a shot at Coach Stevens. She's a fantastic softball player, but also soccer and basketball as well.
Popped up and caught by the pitcher, Sophie Nocta. And there's 1 away.
Nice play right there. Jammed her. Popped it up right in the infield. Nocta took it herself.
That was Morgan Levine. Here is Julia Ferraro, the left fielder, hitting in the 8th spot for the Braves.
Like the Morgan and Madison sisters are back-to-back in the lineup.
This one lifted foul territory, it looks like, but caught by the right fielder, Moschetto. Nice play by Sienna Moschetto. Got a good jump on it.
And Moschetto really showing her range right there. She is hustling all the way. The ball's slicing away from her. Looks like heading towards, foul territory. She catches it on the run, gloves it, and makes sure she puts that top hand over it. Always 2 hands.
Here's the number 9 hitter, Carly Jo Grulich, who made a nice play at third base in the top of the inning to field a bunt and made a nice throw across the diamond.
It was an outstanding play. Very heads up, showing hustle right there.
Swings and fouls it back, and it comes back out of play. Getting chased, J.K. McAvoy went all the way back to the fence, but that one went just on the top, the lip of the backstop.
It's a weird backstop, actually. You know, from McAvoy's point of view, she looked like she was going to be able to catch that. It's a very small incline, different than what you usually see in a softball field. Kind of blocks those that just go right back.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count now. The Grulich, and there's a look at that top of the backstop, the little overhang. Swung on, fouled, went off of the leg of Carly.
Carly's doing a nice job fighting right here. She's going to do whatever she can to get on base.
Swung on and drilled. That's a base hit into left field. So a solid single to left field for the number 9 hitter.
It's a really nice piece of hitting for Grulich right there. She's battling all the way. Nocta's fighting her, throwing the ball inside outside. She takes an inside pitch and drives it nicely over the third baseman Soda's head.
4th hit of the game, as you see it, for the Raiders. Excuse me, for the Braves. Swung on, foul back. Carrie Houston, who's 0 for 1, grounded to short her first time up. Carrie is senior with a homer and 15 runs batted in on the season.
Definitely power in the top of the lineup, but she's got a lot of speed.
Oh, nice play at first base. Lexi Graber flashing some leather over there, makes a nice play. And that'll do it. No runs a hit, runner left on. At the end of 2, Indian Hills leads Ramapo 2-0 on MSG Varsity's Game Time. Welcome back to Indian Hills. The Braves leading by the score of 2-0 as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Lou Brogno along with Carly Blake, and we're joined now by Ramapo head coach Leslie Stevens. Coach, thanks very much for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure to be here.
Coach, you have a very young team this year. No seniors on this team. What are your thoughts on the progression your team has made throughout the season?
Oh, we've, been getting better as the season's progressed. We're starting to really find our way, and, the kids are playing good ball, and they're gaining more confidence, every day. I mean, they've just been an enthusiastic group, and, like little sponges, willing to learn and work hard every day. It's been a great group to coach.
Coach, you guys are getting ready. You have a huge game on Saturday versus IHA, and you're about to head into the States. What's the key for you guys to continue the success and move forward?
We got to have some timely hits, and we got to play solid defense. And, we have to count on our pitching to keep us in the game. But we can't afford to make any mistakes, in the field because, against a quality opponent, they're going to punish you for those kinds of mistakes. We can't give extra outs.
Coach, Caitlin Hickey is at the plate here. She's your leadoff hitter. She's been a spark plug for your offense this year, has she not?
Oh, absolutely. That's why we have her batting in this leadoff spot. She's one of our better hitters, has a good job, as just indicated by that little base hit. She's got good speed and, is a good contact hitter and also can hit for power.
I imagine Hickey has really been one of your leaders, she's still young, only a junior, but tell me who's really emerged as your leaders since you really don't have any seniors and neither team has captains.
The juniors as a whole have really stepped up, and I've been very fortunate to have JK and Lexi and, sorry about that.
That's okay.
To have J.K. McAvoy, it's the catcher, and Lexi Graber and Caitlin Hickey. Those kids as juniors have really stepped up. They're 3-year varsity players. Come on, Mel, base hit here. Come on. Hey, you got 1 out. You're not forced. On the ground, on the throw you go. Come on, Mel.
So you're really looking forward to being able to have these kids next year, really not making many changes.
Oh, absolutely. And I know they're going to work hard in the summer. A lot of them will play on, their summer teams, and they'll look to get better. And, they know they have a good future as far as, next year as well. But, we don't want to be satisfied with this year either. We want to try to make a little run. Come on, get it!
Ground ball hit towards second.
You're
the
good.
Scoop to first. And runner moves over to third. That's Caitlin Hickey with 2 outs.
Hey, on contact, you're out of here, right? Come on, Graves. Come on, little.
And it brings up Lexi Graber. Leslie, you've seen this rivalry for many years against Indian Hills. The kids get a little extra excited to play against Indian Hills?
Oh, absolutely. We certainly didn't need the TV cameras here to make this game exciting today. So, it would have been exciting as it was, to go.
Coach, thanks so much for joining us. Good luck rest of the game and the rest of the season.
All right, and I hope Carly's sharing some of her outstanding Ramapo stories with
don't
you.
worry,
She has
is.
many. Hey, she was a big-time player in her day.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, middle of the third, Indian Hills 2, Ramapo nothing on MSG Varsity's Game Time. We go to the bottom of the third, Indian Hills leading it by the score of 2-0. It's that kind of day, sunbathing in the down the first base line. Well, it's more than a spectator sport on the challenge. Check out the excitement and play along as high school know-it-alls compete in a fast-paced half hour of Q&A. The challenge Sunday through Friday at 6:30 only on MSG Varsity.
Everybody seems to be really enjoying the game out here, and you're right, sunbathing, myself included. It's really nice out.
The challenge today is not to get a sunburn.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, there isn't a cloud in the sky. That one foul down the third base line.
I got it. Goes past me. I almost had it.
We are our broadcast position, folks, by the way, down the left field line. So that one kind of came towards our way. Kristen Waters is the hitter, number 2 hitter for Indian Hills, and takes a pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Braves lead at 2-0 by virtue of a 2-run home run by Ashley DeYoung, and it was a shot.
Took the words out of my mouth, Lou. It really was. Top of this Braves lineup has a lot of power and a lot of ability. Waters just battling.
2 balls and a strike the count. Here's the 2-1. That's low in the dirt.
Nocta really showing us a little bit of her drop right now. She's showing, Waters had a single in the first inning. She's got the ability to get on, so she's trying to keep it away from her.
And that's low and inside, ball 4. So Waters draws a leadoff walk, and it brings up Ashley DeYoung. Ashley 1 for 1, and this was the hit.
Just an absolute bomb, an outside curveball that she decided, I'm just going to drive it out of the right field, over the right field fence. Just an incredible hit. Showing us a little bit of her power in the first inning, a preview, if you will.
Her 6th home run of the season. She swings and misses. Strike 1.
It's a big cut. She was just ahead of it a little bit, got a little over anxious. She knows what she did in the first inning. She'd love to do it again. She's got a very compact swing, which I like.
That pitch gets away, and Waters heads down to second.
It's like the ball just got away from McAvoy. It kind of came inside and kept tailing. Can't see if let's see if it hits her glove. No, it just hits the dirt and goes past her. Had a backspin on it. It kept moving. It allows Waters to move up to second base.
That pitch is low in the dirt.
Nice block by McAvoy that time. She blocked it very nicely. That was a drop ball. Looks like they're really being careful with DeYoung.
2 balls and a strike. Runner at second, way upstairs, and the count. 3-1.
She's been intentionally walked quite a few times this year. Almost wonder if this is an intentional walk with the runner on second.
Well, she swings and pops it up, and it's caught. Nice play by the shortstop, Hickey. Went way back on the outfield grass to make the play.
That was a really nice play. Hickey just kept drifting back and makes a nice catch over her shoulder. Let's take another look at it. It's kind of a high pop. It hangs there. She keeps drifting back. The ump's trying to get out of the way. You see that Sala couldn't get there.
That's a big out.
Huge out.
Runner at second, 1 out. Cole Pione, it's a ground ball to short. Hickey chases the runner back, throws across, gets the out. Beautiful play by Caitlin Hickey.
She almost was able to tag Waters the way she played it. She looked her all the way back. She did exactly what she's supposed to do. Keeps down, almost tags Waters and gets it across the diamond to Graber, makes a nice play. She could have tagged her. She was pretty close, but does the right thing and looks Waters all the way back for and then throws her out for the second out of the inning.
So Nicole Liacata steps in, hits a ground ball sharply up the middle, base hit. Rounding third is Waters, heading to the plate. The throw is cut off, and it's a single and a run batted in for Liacata. And the Braves lead it 3-0.
That was a very nicely placed hit up the middle. Hickey goes towards it. Looks like it took a nasty hop up the middle. just bounced just past her glove. Hickey makes a nice attempt towards it, and it ends up in center field. Waters able to score.
5th hit of the game for Indian Hills. And Madison Levine steps in with 2 outs and a runner at first. It's 1 run in here in the bottom of the 3rd. Pitch low in the dirt.
It's blocked again by McAvoy. She really is doing a nice job back there. Nocta likes this drop, and the drop, it tends to bounce. Keeps your catcher on her toes. Nice pitch.
Strike on the outside corner.
It's way to battle back. Nocta knows she's got 2 down. She's got to be aggressive here.
In the dirt. Indian Hills 18-4 coming in. Last year 24-5. So they've been piecing together some pretty nice seasons.
Joe Light's an incredible coach. He really is going back to when I played. You know, he's done such a nice job with these kids, and I'm not sure what happened here.
Well, they awarded first base to Levine, so she's down at first. Intentional walk, I think they just said we're going to put her on. And they did, so runners at first and second. So now Morgan Levine steps in. 0 for 1, popped to second, her first time up.
I love the back-to-back sister combination. I think that's awesome.
This is foul down the first base side, out of play. And the count, no balls and a strike.
None of the fans are going after the ball.
They are too relaxed.
Oh, finally one gets up. It's a nice situation. It's like you're at the beach up there. Got the hill, the sun. Beautiful day.
Swung on and drilled to deep left field. It's 1 hop against the fence. 1 run scores. Here comes the throw in, and rounding is Levine heading to the plate, and she slides in safely. So it's a double and 2 runs batted in for Morgan Levine. It's 5-0 Indian Hills.
That was an absolute bullet. Line drive, just misses a home run, bounces off the fence. Played nicely by Sala, but you see Liakata and her and Maddie Levine hustling all the way. A play at the plate. The ball just hops in front of McAvoy. 2 more runs for Indian Hills. Just a beautiful shot. Nice piece of hitting by Levine.
So the Raiders talk it over at the mound as Leslie Stevens comes out. Well, the action is as close as your remote at MSG Varsity Channel 614. Check out full games whenever you want. The high school experience is in your control. On MSG Varsity Interactive, IO Channel 614, only on Optimum, never on Fios, never on satellite. Julia Ferraro steps in. 0 for 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at second. 2 outs here in the 3rd. Swing and a miss.
Now you could see Morgan Levine's arm. You can kind of catch it just at the bottom of our screen. She's showing Ferraro where the pitch is going, up or down, which is often used when a runner's on second base. They can see where the catcher's glove's going. Saw her do it a couple times. She's leaning in. I don't think she's stealing signs, but you see where it's going, inside, outside.
Pitch is high and outside. 3 balls and a strike.
Nocta's really got to sit down right now. Well, not sit down, I apologize. But bear down and really go with what works for her.
Well, she singles into left field, and they hold the runner at 3rd.
It's a nice piece of hitting right there by Ferraro. Not trying to do too much with it. Just contact, get it through the infield, and right between Hickey and Soda right there. Keeps her weight back, nice and even. Nice job.
7th base hit for the Braves. They're up 5-0. And here is Carly Jo Grulich. takes the pitch upstairs. Runners at first and third in the bottom of the third.
See if they're going to steal Ferraro right here. See if they'll put the runners in motion with 2 outs.
Pitch is high and out of the strike zone. And they count 2 balls and no strikes.
See, Ferraro just jogs down to second base. Sometimes the catcher likes to see what the runner's going to do, and sometimes you mess around, see if they're going to throw the ball, which they didn't. So now we got runners on second and third with 2 outs.
Swung on, popped up, and out of play over the first base dugout. Mentioned Indian Hills 18-4. They just came off a win over Wayne Valley 2-1. Prior to that, stunned by New Milford in the first round of the Bergen County tournament. 5-3. Really a shocker there, but the Braves have recovered nicely. They had the nice win over Wayne Valley, and now leading 5-0 here as they get ready for the state tournament.
Yeah, you end up having to just look forward to what's next, and states in New Jersey are so huge. I mean, I know the Bergen County Championships, it's a very big deal, but, you know, you have to look forward and look down the horizon and see what's next. And again, a tough loss in the first round, but now they focus on what's coming up next.
So now the bases are loaded. It looks like Ramapo just made a change at third. Allison Mueller comes in at third base. This is the 9th batter of the inning. And the top of the order, Carrie Houston, hit the ball hard her last time up, lined out to first base.
We'll take a look right here. Looks like our third baseman is starting to warm up.
Melanie Pasota is beginning to warm up, so they make the change at third.
You end up having to warm up very fast. You know, a lot of these pitchers have a routine that they go through when they're pitching, but when you are looking to come into the game, you have to move fast.
While there's timeout, we'll tell you if you can't be at the big game to see your kids play, now you can with MSG Varsity Livecast at MSGVarsity.com. You can watch live streams of full games right from your computer. Log on to MSGVarsity.com and click on the MSG Varsity Livecast tab to see our schedule of full games complete with game times. Here comes a runner on the wild pitch, and the run scores. So it is 6-0, and the runners move up to second and third.
Ball right there, a drop ball that kind of just keeps coming inside. McAvoy not able to stay in front. A nice attempt at the plate. McAvoy does a nice job getting the ball in the nocta, but just Levine hustles all the way in. Big smile on Levine's face.
That pitch is low. And hey, just to finish up on the MSG Varsity Livecast, of course, it's at MSGVarsity.com, and you can only find it on Optimum. Never on Fios, never on satellite. And this one is drilled to center, base hit. Here comes another run. And Indian Hills really knocking the cover off the ball here in the third inning. It is now 8-0, Indian Hills.
Just a nice job right here. Not trying to do much. Again, just dunks it into center field. The outfielders are playing very deep. You see Coach Light just waving both runners in. Nice piece of hitting right there. Another 2 RBIs.
And the Braves have batted around here in the third. Kristen Waters hits a ball sharply into left. Another base hit. And rounding third and heading to the plate. Another runner, Carrie Houston, scores. It's 9-0 on a single and an RBI by Waters, who goes to second on the throw.
Wow, Waters was hustling the entire time. She did not stop running. Nice job right there, right through the hole, in between second and third base, but Waters does not stop. She does not see single on that one. She sees double all the way. She knows that the play is going to be at the plate.
That's another single RBI.
Let's take a look here. She's hustling. Her head's down the whole way. She does not stop. There is no hesitation. Goes right into second base. I mean, that's heads up right there. Just legging it out, trying to get the extra base.
So it's 9-0 Indian Hills. Here in the bottom of the third. There are 2 outs in the inning, and Melanie Pasota still warming up for Ramapo, but after the conversation, Sophie Nocta stays out there, and now she will face Ashley DeYoung, who was 1 for 2. Blasted a 2-run home run in the first.
She started the barrage of runs with that monster shot.
Takes a pitch low, 1 ball, no strikes.
Nocta's got to be very careful with DeYoung. You make one mistake with her, and she will make you pay. His coach called her the Babe Ruth of the team.
And she crushes this one down the left field line. Another run will score. Waters comes in to score, and DeYoung steams into second with her 10th double of the season. Another RBI for DeYoung, and it is 10-0 Indian Hills.
She's already broken the double record for Indian Hills. Now she's just knocking it on there, adding, just rips it right down the line, coming towards us. An incredible shot. Just, it wasn't even a mistake. It was an inside pitch, and she's just got so much power that she's able to turn on it. She's able to drive in the 10th run of the game. So she had the first 2 and the 10th.
And that pitch gets away. DeYoung heads to third, makes a big turn. Nicole Piotti is the hitter.
Just like a ball that was supposed to go up in the zone. It looks like it slips out of Nocta's hand. DeYoung hustling down to third base. Almost took out the third baseman.
Swung on and fouled straight back.
Big hack right there by Piotti. She'd like to get in on the fun of the inning.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted towards center field and caught by the center fielder Sammy Zura, and that ends the inning. But it is a huge inning for Indian Hills as they score 8 in the inning at the end of 3. All Braves, they're up by the score of 10-0. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Indian Hills leading Ramapo by the score of 10-0. The Ramapo Raiders have had a great history. You know, we talked about Ramapo's great history earlier, and our producer Bill Bloom, boy, did he work hard. Look what he dug up.
Oh my God. Wow.
Carly, I know you don't like to talk about yourself, but look at these picks. Carly Blake in action behind the plate. And there it is.
That's my
Ramapo
favorite.
wins the Bergen County softball title.
We were the first one since Coach Stevens' team to win in 2000. We had an incredible team. I saw one of my teammates before, Carly Hugg, who's a teacher here. I don't know her married name now, but she was hanging out.
You didn't know we were going to dig that stuff up, did you?
No. I appreciate that. Thank you to our producers for embarrassing me. I appreciate it. That was awesome.
A little surprise for you, Carly, here in the 4th inning.
A long time ago. Oh, man.
It wasn't that long ago. Come on now.
It was a long time. Those pictures, yeah, I was a baby. That was fantastic.
Well, we go to the top of the 4th, and Ramapo has a big hill to climb. They're down by the score of 10-0. Indian Hills breaking out in a vengeance here today. Rondo deals, and that pitch is low. J.K. McAvoy leads it off for the Raiders. Ramapo, we talked about their great history throughout all those years. In 2006, they were the #1 team in the state of New Jersey.
And they were incredible. I know those kids very well. Many of them went to school with my sister, and they were just a bunch of kids who worked so well together. They played in the summer together, and they won, I believe, 3 or 4 straight years. They just were incredible. Strong team.
You know, Indian Hills also can toot their horns a little bit. They were the #1 team in the state as well. in 2010. That was swung on and drilled towards center, and coming in to make the catch, Madison Levine. And there's one away. One of my favorite things I saw in game notes this year, Indian Hills game notes, as you see this hit towards center field, was Indian Hills listed that they were voted the #1 team in the MSG varsity poll in 2010.
That was my favorite, too.
That's my favorite of the year. Yes, they were.
MSG varsity says they're #1, they're #1. They
right.
were a great team in 2010. They won it all. County, state, county, sectional, and state champions. They did an amazing job. Coach Light really has done an incredible job with all his teams.
Nice play by Leah Cotta at short. And there are 2 quick outs. Mueller is retired.
Right here we got Mueller gets jammed. Leah Cotta does a nice job coming in, charging the ball. The infielders and the outfielders here for Indian Hills reading the ball very well off the bat. Being their home field, they are, very familiar with the ins and outs, and it makes a difference. You go into a field that you're not familiar with, where the divots are and stuff, it does make a difference.
Ground ball cued off the end of the bat. DeYoung Fields flips the first, and that'll do it quickly. Go the Raiders in the 4th. 1, 2, 3. In the middle of the 4th inning, Indian Hills in control. Braves lead at 10-0 on MSG Varsity's Game Time. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Indian Hills leading by the score of 10-0. Lou Brogner along with Carly Blake. And joining us now, Indian Hills head coach Joe Light. Joe, thanks for joining us.
How you guys doing?
Great.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I would think so. Team's playing very well here today. We got off to a quick start. Boy, that was some shot by Ashley in the 1st inning, huh?
Yeah, well, I think that home run tied the school record for career home runs. So that was a big shot for her. She's having a great year. She's batting over 500 with big-time power numbers.
Wow, she's just incredible, Coach. And did she show this much potential when she first got here? I mean, was she pounding the ball that insane?
4 years before she entered high school, she was in my softball camps, and I knew she was going to be a 4-year player. She was that good then. Hey, go, Taylor.
She's got an incredible swing, that's for sure.
Yes, she does.
Now, Coach, talk about what's next for you guys. You're going to focus on states. What is the most important thing for you guys moving forward?
Well, fortunately, the weather is supposed to be great right through next Tuesday. And we're going to be playing every game, every day except for Sunday, so we'll be able to get sharp and be ready for Tuesday. We found out today that we play Morris Hills in the 1st round of the state tournament on Tuesday.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
Swing and a miss. New pitcher in for Ramapo is Melanie Pasota.
7 for 1. 7 for 1 in the 6th spot.
Well, Joe, your team is having another good year. 18-4, I think, coming into this game. You got the state tournament coming up. I know you had a tough loss last week in the Bergen tournament, but how do the kids build from that? Are they able to build from that?
Well, I'll tell you, it would have been nice if we could have played right away, but we ended up with rain for the first 3 days, so we had to kind of sit in that the whole time, and it wasn't very good. Got to give New Milford credit. They played a great game against us here. And we coupled that with not playing very well. So, we kind of got what we deserved. Not much we can do about it now except build up for the state tournament because that's always big.
Right.
We see here Megan Burke.
7th spot.
Reaching on an error.
For 16. 4 for 16 in the 7th spot.
So this is Rebecca Dalton, who will pinch hit here.
We had won the league 6 years in a row coming into this year, but Ramsey is just outstanding. And they had beat us twice, so they took the league title away from us. And then we, stumbled the other day in the county, so all we have left is the state tournament. So we got to build up for that, and hopefully we can make a run in that.
Coach, tell us how important, we've played many times, and 4 years I faced you. Tell me how important this matchup between Ramapo and Indian Hills is.
It's for bragging rights. Everybody knows each other. We have 7 kids from Wyckoff in our program. So everybody seems to know each other. And you get scouting reports, and there's pride, and there's bragging rights. And when they realigned the league last year, we were in different leagues, so we never played them last year. Right. Imagine a sport in this district where Indian Hills doesn't play Ramapo. Well, that's what happened.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. But now next year, the leagues realign again, and we're now back with Ramapo. So starting next year, we'll be playing them twice again, which is the way it should be.
Yes, that is the way it should be.
You throw the records out the window, and it's a game in itself. And it's big, no matter what sport you're talking about. Hey, back 10 out. Come back. Hustle.
Ground ball hit back up towards the middle. And now runners at first and third.
It's a nice infield single by Dalton.
12 for 21.
Gets it up the middle.
21 in the
Doesn't try. Goes with the outside pitch, just over the glove of Soda.
There you go, Meg. Hit the ball. Good job.
And Cantalupo does a nice job getting there.
All right, going on any grounder, wild pitch, you're ready.
Megan Burke,
flyer liner, I'll tell you. One, on the ground. Come on out. Cut kick.
And the hitter is Kit Hansen, senior, getting her first at bat of the game.
Come on out. These first 4 batters of this inning are 4 seniors who just make our team complete. They're not starters, but they're leaders, and they make us complete. They help the younger guys along. We got a pretty good team, but we're starting 4 sophomores and a freshman. So we're kind of young, even though we're pretty good. But these guys lead them all the time, tell them their experiences, and it's making those younger kids that much better. Hey, kid, come on out. Come, kid.
You said you have a lot of, you're starting a lot of younger players. Who has really emerged as the leader on the field? You talked about who's a leader off the field. Who's a leader on the field?
Come on now, come kid. Ashley DeYoung is the most experienced girl that we have. She was a catcher, she was a pitcher, she's a first baseman, so she's been in all of the positions, should we say, of great importance in this sport. So her experience, she's out at first base, and she advises Nicole Piotti behind the plate about pitches. She talks to the pitcher on the mound. She's invaluable as far as her experience is concerned. Double play.
Caught, and then the double play at first ends the inning.
Here you go, defense.
Hey, Joe, thanks very much for joining us. Good luck the rest of the game and the rest of the season as well.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys coming here. Great day. Thank you.
Indian Hills head coach Joe Light. His team is in command here on MSG Varsity's Game Time. Welcome back. You see the line score. Indian Hills, 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Ramapo 0-2-1 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. And Indian Hills with that 10-run lead. Ramapo needs to get on the board to get the game going. Well, New Jersey, it's your call with the MSG Varsity mobile app. The week's top highlights are delivered straight to your phone. Text MSGV NJ to 757-575. Receive New Jersey highlights every week.
Let's take a look at Devin Durando today. She has just moved the ball around so nicely, showing that she can hit both corners inside and outside, painting every pitch right there. A nice look at the drop. She's done an amazing job moving the ball around and keeping these Ramapo hitters off balance.
Indian Hills trying to hammer down their 19th win of the season.
They always love to go for that 20 mark. Pretty close.
That pitch is high. Ball 1.
Nice pitch on the outside corner. Again, showing how her fastball works.
Casey Altamuro is the pinch hitter, a sophomore, catcher by trade.
I'm familiar with that position.
I would think so.
Catcher by trade, too. I just, talk just for fun,
2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. The count 2-2. Indian Hills last year 24-5. Lost in the Bergen final. Lost in the North Section Group 1, Group 3 sectional semis. Trying to get back into this, make another long run in the state tournament. They are back in the state tournament. They're looking to make a run. And the way they played today, they look like they could be a force to reckon with.
Yeah, they got power, they have pitching, they have defense. They've really been showing, as you see Devin Durano's numbers, just an incredible job all around. She's got 5 strikeouts, only given up two hits and 4 in a third innings. She's really done a nice job keeping these Ramapo hitters at bay.
Well, here is Jackie Brennan, who's hitting, a junior. Takes a pitch low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Coached Jackie's older sister in club ball, Kate Brennan. Another good Ramapo player. She was on the team, the stretch that Ramapo was so fantastic in the late 2000s, 2006 to 2009. Kate was on that team. That's her little sister Jackie.
Here's the 2-0, and it's outside.
Close call right there. Coyote does a nice job framing that one.
There's a strike. Swung on and drilled up the middle. There's a base hit. So Jackie Brennan with a solid single to center.
That is a nice job also defensively by Houston, getting over there and blocking the ball. See Caitlin Hickey today. Nice base hit in the first inning. She just hustles out, lead off the inning. She's done a nice job in the field as well, ranging to her right, getting over, making a nice play, going back on the ball right here, over her shoulder. She's only a junior, committed to UMass after the 2013 graduation. This kid's only going to get better.
Takes a pitch outside, 1-0. Swings and pops it up. DeYoung makes the catch, and there are 2 away.
I like how DeYoung just throws the mid back there. Make sure that Brennan's still on first base. You stay there.
So here's Alyssa Incantalupo, who struck out in the first and laid down a sacrifice bunt in the third. Nicely done.
Beautiful bunt.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. 10-0 the score. Indian Hills looking to close it out.
Coyote threw that ball back to the pitcher with command right there. Almost looked like it was going to go through, like there was a steal.
Swung on and hit towards second. The throw to first in time, and that will do it. So Indian Hills, a huge victory today against Ramapo, defeats the Raiders by the score of 10-0. And we'll be back to talk about it in just a few moments here on MSG Varsity's Game Time. Well, back here at Indian Hills, where it was a breeze for the Braves today as they defeated Ramapo by the score of 10-0. Big win for Indian Hills, their 19th of the season. And Carly Blake standing by with our player of the game. Carly?
I am here with Ashley DeYoung. An incredible game, 2 for 3, a home run, a double, 3 RBIs. Heck of a game. Let's start off in the first inning. You get up to the plate. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I have to come through. I know Kristen gets on. As soon as one of our 2 leadoff get on, then I know I have to do my job, score them, get them in any way possible, even if it's just a base hit, anything.
Do you go up there looking for a particular pitch or a place to drive it, or do you just go up there and swing?
Basically, I go up there with the mentality that I want to just hit the ball out of the infield, and wherever it's pitched, I'll take it.
Now let's talk about the double. You get up again, and you just rip one towards us, and you almost hit us. Again, what were you thinking?
Thinking we just want to get this game in. Big rivalry. We want to just keep going. Basically, that's it.
Okay, let's talk about what's next for you guys. Tell me about the postseason and where you're going next.
Well, states, we have a game tomorrow against Bergenfield, and then we picked up a game on Saturday against Roxbury, and then Tuesday comes around states. We're looking big to go states, even though we didn't do so well in the county, but it's all right. States is our next goal.
Well, congratulations. Outstanding game, and I'm going to throw it back to Lou.
All right, Carly, and the game summary reflects that it was all Indian Hills here today as the Braves win it by the score of 10-0. And 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors, 0-3-1 for Ramapo. Ashley DeYoung, a double, a home run, 3 RBIs, and Kristen Waters, 2 singles, scored 3 runs in the game. Impressive win for Indian Hills, their 19th win of the season. And it looks like the Braves now are primed for a nice run in the state tournament.
Oh, yeah, they are ready to go now. They are primed. This was a huge win for them. You know, a rivalry going back decades. They come out swinging the bats, and they're ready to move on to the states.
And Ramapo, of course, going into the state tournament as well. And the Raiders looking to build off of their 12-10 season so far as they get ready for state tournament action next week. That'll do it here from Indian Hills. The Braves win it by the score of 10-0. The executive producer of MSG Varsity's Game Time is Michael Lardner. Our senior coordinating producer is Marty Ehrlich. Vice President of Programming Operations Sean Kennedy. Director of Studio Remote Operations Brian Butler. Coordinating producer Brian Morrow. Producer Mick Moningoff. Director Tom Meberg. Technical Director Seth Zwiebel. And, of course, our entire MSG Varsity team, another outstanding job here today. For Carly Blake, I'm Lou Broadmoor. Thanks for joining us. Final score once again, 10-0 Indian Hills over Ramapo.